Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're continuing work on the little budget side-by-side build. So last week's video we actually made a start on this roll cage and it looks freaking awesome. So if you guys missed out on that, definitely go check that out, link above. So what we're going to do today is add some bracing up the top corners in case this thing was to roll over. We're going to mount the cage permanently so it won't go anywhere. And then we're going to chuck some new flooring down for that utility bed, and I got a couple other things, so let's jump into it. Alright, so they turned out really good. They're in place there. They're just going to strengthen up those corners a little bit more. Now what I've done is pulled the utility rack off the back here, and I'm trying to figure out how to mount up this roll cage to the body. So what I reckon we'll do is we'll drill a hole straight through the center. We'll have a plate underneath with a captive nut, and we'll just weld it inside on the rest of that mount there that we've got at the bottom there, and we'll weld it up to the top, and that'll bolt down nice and solid straight to the chassis, so it shouldn't go anywhere. And then we'll just have to try and bolt the front of the utility rack to the cage. Alrighty guys, check that out. It's super solid there. So I've got that all bolted down. Now I've just roughly tack welded the mounts in underneath. So I'll obviously have to pull the body back off and fully weld those to the frame and brace them up a little bit. But yeah, I've got this all bolted down. I will be putting crush tubes in here as well, just so it doesn't squish the pipe. But as you can see, if we lower it down here, it's actually sitting on quite an angle, the back now that we've actually brought the front down. So what we're gonna do, I've got some new bolts for in here, so we'll replace those, bolt them down, cut these tack welds off, and we'll adjust these. Alrighty guys, so we're finally back out here working on this thing. I've ordered a ton of parts to chuck on it, so we're going to do that today. So yeah, we're just going to jump back right in where we started off. So we'll weld up that utility rack. Alright, so now I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do our backboard. So what I'm going to do is hack these off. I stuff them up, so I'll take them out. We'll put this tube, notch it in the corner there, and we'll run it across and weld it all in. And then we'll be able to attach our back piece to that, and then we can jump onto our floor. Now I'm not going to do the tray sides yet, because I want to try and figure out how to make those tilt and be removable at the same time. So I just threw this back of the seats on, and I was having a quick look and noticed that this bar was actually hanging way out before when I welded it. So I just cut the tacks off, put two ratchet straps on that worked really well, and brought it back into line. Now as you can see, there is a massive gap there, so I'm gonna have to try and weld that. I do need to get one of those pipe notches, because doing it by hand is just not accurate. So it's close enough to being perfect, but yeah, just not there. Now what we're gonna do is drag out the plasma cutter, and we'll cut a sheet for the top here, and then we'll sheet the floor. so now that utility rack's done, it looks amazing. We're going to jump down the back here. I want to chuck on 2 of these little lights for reversing at night because you just can't see anything on this thing. Now I picked up 4 of these, or 2 of them will go on the front bumper when we build it, and we'll put the other 2 down here. And what we're going to use is the bracket that we come off the light bar. Now the hole's a little bit too big, but it should still work. So we'll tack weld those up there. Alrighty guys, so actually going to take a quick break on that back end. I want to jump onto something in here. I picked up a couple of little lap belts. As driving this thing the other day, going up the hills and that, I noticed that you actually slid in the seat a fair bit. I didn't feel very comfortable going on some of the inclines. But these seats, we will be getting them reupholstered, but I just want to have some extra safety in this thing. So what we're going to do is use the original cage mount that we installed before, welded to the chassis. So we're going to bolt that down there, put that onto there, and then the actual seatbelt buckle, we're going to mount that in the center there. Alrighty, we've got that all tack welded in, so I'll fully weld that once we pull the body off. Now I have sanded down the sides here because I want to add some bracing back to those 2 mounts there. So what I want to do is actually, in the next video, I want to get some angle iron and bolt it to there, bring it down, and then weld some braces across. Now, this is our hitch as well. As you can see, it's way too big of a drop, but we're actually going to shorten that up and we'll bring it right up so it's not hanging down so low. Alright, so last thing I want to tackle in today's video is just pulling apart this front A-arm suspension. So as you guys can see, it actually sits pretty good at the moment with no weight on it. These shocks that I've used here, the coilovers, are actually too light for this application. I think they're for some type of motorbike. Now I've ordered some new A-arm bushes, top bushes. Now these are off a club car, so hopefully we'll be able to get them to fit. Now I have ordered a kinpin kit that actually turned up, so we'll be able to rebuild these kinpins. Because as you can see, the wheel is sitting a little bit funny. Now with this type of suspension, I've sort of noticed you can't really adjust the camber on these. It will be done with the kinpin and some shims, but that's about it. So yeah, this is going to be quite challenging to make, but I'm really keen to get stuck into it. So let's pull apart this and we'll take some measurements. Alright, so this is just a blank canvas now, so it looks so much better without those big plates hanging at the front. Now, the difficult part is going to be trying to find out where the wheel sits. I would like to put 2-inch spaces so these things actually stick out of the guards, just to give it more of an aggressive look. But as I was talking about before, I've got a kingpin rebuild kit, so we'll be doing that. So I'm going to be making up some type of C-channel here, and then so we can keep these in case we ever need to put them back on. And then we'll be making up the new A-arm, so it'll actually be out of that 1-inch tube that we've been using up the top there. So what we're going to do is use a factory mount, come straight down and out and to our hub, and then we'll make up some type of shock mount. So I'll have to try and find some new coilover shocks that are going to handle the weight of this thing, because I will be putting on a front bumper, and I have ordered a winch. But yeah guys, this thing is ramping up quite quickly and it is getting close to being finished. I cannot wait to throw some colour on this thing and show you guys what I have planned for that. But if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure you subscribe and drop a comment down below and I'll comment back. If you guys would like to check out the new merch, definitely jump over to the brand new website there. It's all made in Australia now, so you can help support the channel. Yeah, you guys will definitely not want to miss out what epic things I've got planned for this thing, so definitely make sure you smash that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out anything. I'll see you guys in the next one.